the We Wreck Records podcast. Hey, welcome to We Wreck Records. This week we have Carson of Callous Daoboys on his brand new album, I Don't Want to See You in Heaven. So these guys hail from Atlanta, Georgia. They basically took mathcore and exploded it onto the wall with a violent flourish. It's an experience, and this show isn't just about the anatomy of an album. It's the anatomy of an artist and what it means to take heartbreak and a very fast roller coaster brain and turn them into song.
I'd say that the writing process is about like 90% me.
Schizophrenia legacy. Vocally, you hit a lot of extremes from like kind of a beautiful thing to a raw. Is that a reflection of your personality?
Why I felt like it was okay for us to name a song that is like I have an extremely loud brain. I have a lot of thoughts. My memory is like kind of ironclad. I kind of can remember anything and call to mind anything at any time.
Are you a dancer in your private life?
If I was put on this earth to do anything, it's dance.
So this is all about really personal experiences, but he also explores the devil inside the machine.
The world that you create in your head from like using the internet. The idea of it being embodied into like a demon, and that demon like having the job of occupying certain areas of the world.
So if you want something that's more how the sausage gets made, how do you turn ideas into music, what was the mystical journey they went on, and the opportunity to kind of get a deeper understanding of an album that you could then love in a different way, sauce this week's show. Hello, welcome to We Wreck Records, a new music show where we get elbows deep into the bare bones, the gristle, the organs, the matter of music that matters. Today we have Carson from the Callous Daoboys talking about I Don't Want to See You in Heaven, their relatively new album. So I like this album because I feel like it's all of the strange, turbulent emotions of regular day life in one sonic boom. Like I was listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, this is just basically my head. It's just
Sure,
really
yeah.
loud. How do you like, what are the loudest and most useful emotions for you? And what are the ones where you can't, because you're a big part of the making the music, yes? Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that the writing process is about like 90% me. So which emotions are the most useful?
Yeah.
Um, that's a good question. I don't really it's hard for me to tap into what emotional experience everything is like during the making of it. That's something that's kind of more useful after the fact, I suppose. Like for this one especially, I think my most useful emotion was just vulnerability. The wanting to be open, and the desire to be open, I think, was the most important for me. Um and just the least important emotion would probably be like hiding and wanting to like hide behind metaphor in the lyrics, and kind of just avoid saying what I wanted to say because, out of fear or whatever. I think the most helpful emotion was just wanting to say exactly what I wanted to say, which is hard within this genre, especially when like, I'd say probably 50% of the people that listen to it don't really give a shit about the lyrics.
This show is proudly presented by DistroKid, and we have a special deal for all the musicians out there looking to release their new music fast. DistroKid helps over 2 million musicians around the world release on all major music streaming platforms and YouTube. You keep 100% of your earnings, can access a huge range of features, and if you like this show, support this show by taking advantage of this incredible offer, 30% off your first year with DistroKid. Just head to distrokid.com/VIP/We Wreck Records. This show is presented by Grillo's Pickles. Grillo's Pickles make the freshest, crunchiest, most delicious pickles. And even if you're not a pickle fan, you should try Grillo's today. Why not? Live a little. You can find them in the refrigerated section of your local grocery store, so chill out and eat a pickle. Shouty stuff, it's always hard to know what people are saying. So I guess if you,
Yeah,
I mean, you've got a lot of not shouty stuff, but
sure.
if you care about the lyrics, if you care about understanding the lyrics, sometimes like black metal is annoying because you're like, I can't sing along.
Yeah,
Help me. Maybe
exactly.
it's
Yeah,
your fault. Maybe it's your fault as a collective group, as a
sure.
maybe you guys should just try and be a bit more legible, laudable, what audible? No, you're fine. You've got a lot of not sh
Articulate, maybe?
articulate's the word, so you do this.
Sure, yeah.
You know what's up.
Um,
You know what's up.
yeah, I mean, I always think of a friend of mine had a tweet when he was rolling out a record a few years ago where he was like, if you don't care about lyrics, there's about 100,000 shoegaze albums that come out every year. Um, and I mean, I really do. Like, I am a lyrics person. I'm a music and lyrics person. I have to like both to like a band or an album, but um uh this was just like something that I mean, I would say that previously maybe our band has made. I have written songs where, like, at first I was like, oh, this is just kind of a cool thing to say, and it's kind of generally about what the song is about. But this time around, it was just like I was very honed in, and like,
Hmm.
every single word meant something to the song. If that makes any sense. I
Does.
don't really like saying that my previous lyrics were nonsensical, because they weren't,
Well,
but
mainly got it.
uh
He was just
yeah.
he just put it he Williams S borrowed all the words onto the cut them up and put them on the page, which is way cooler,
Sure.
yeah, than doing it with AI or something. That would be um
Yeah, no, I agree.
it's
Yeah.
well, is there like a series of experiences that you spoke about here? Like, did they kind of, because it feels like obviously like it feels like they could be from the same family, these songs that maybe you've exploded and experienced across a few songs. Is that the case, or are they all quite distinct?
There's definitely some shared experiences here and there with each song. There's a couple that are about the same person.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you get heart?
and huh?
You get heartbroken?
I did get my heart broken a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a
I
little
mean, not a little bit, a lot of it.
like
Yeah.
like Ralph when they slow down the thing in The Simpsons. You know, when she,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, just sorry, I
It
shouldn't.
looked exactly like that. No, 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 you're good. It looked exactly like that.
So you got your heart broken.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
You turned it into something, which is good. A very
Mm-hmm.
cool experience, which is,
Yeah.
do they know it's about them?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would think
of
so. I
course
think it's
they, of
pretty
course they do.
obvious. Yeah. I would think so. But it is what it is, man. Like, I had things on my heart that I had to get off my chest, and like, whether or not, that person was entirely in the wrong, or if I'm in the wrong for, my own emotions, like, it is what it is. It's just, this is a snapshot of time in my life, of me being like 24 to 27 years old. So um it's kind of just a summation of those 3 years of my life. I mean, just like, so many fucking things happened, man. Like, just
It's a
I had I
good
had
time.
I had a lot of things happened.
We should get into this because we got an album.
Sure.
Okay, so collection of forgotten dreams. You've got an old-timey intro. Did you pick someone?
Hmm.
Is it a fun process? Is it just AI, or do you like, how do you make an old-timey intro? And like, I love an old-timey intro.
It's definitely not AI.
Thank God.
But yeah, so Um, that process was real interesting. Just breaking it down first, the like narration voice that you hear is a longtime friend of mine, my friend Justin Young. He's read audiobooks before.
I
He's
love it.
done podcasts for as long as I've been friends with him. He's really just really good at that style of voice. I kind of gave him the script. I gave him me saying everything that he says in that intro, and then he um obviously put more gravitas to it and stuff like that. Everything in the background is stuff that I went and, well, first of all, like, the music that you hear, the diegetic music that's in there, that is a demo of a song that was originally going to make the album that didn't make the album. Um,
Metal.
so and we slowed it down by like I think like 30%. So like originally that demo is faster. We slowed it down using a cassette player. We like recorded it onto cassette and then slowed it down on a cassette player. And then the like noise that you hear that's supposed to be like shuffling around the Museum of Failure, that is like legitimate noise that I recorded at the art museum by my house. So, it was honestly like a really painstaking process of like
Mm.
timing it all out and everything.
Yeah, dude.
Um, it took probably like 5 or 6 tries before we finally got it right. And then when we had it, we were like, oh man, this is so awesome.
Totally.
Um, so there you go. That's the explanation
I
there.
love a setup. Like I love a little beckoning hand into your world, which it kind of does that. Um,
Yeah.
and I guess like okay, so schizophrenia legacy. Vocally, you hit a lot of extremes from like kind of a beautiful thing to a raw. Is that a reflection of your personality, or are you more mid-range guy?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty up and down. I would not call myself bipolar because I have not had any
Hey!
sort of diagnosis or anything.
Yeah. I
But
I do.
oh, okay.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
speak
Well,
for my
more
people.
power to you.
Speak for my people.
Um, yeah. I would say that like the fluctuations in energy with that track was like a lot of the reason why we made it the intro track. Just because it's so push and pull, and I'm going back and forth from screaming to singing and then screaming and then singing again. Um, and to us, it was just so representative of all the things that we do best, like these big, loud, syncopated, chaotic parts versus these like really calm, alt rock parts. Um, I don't know if it's a reflection of my personality so much. It's just like I love when music does that. I
It's
think the
true.
loud, quiet, loud dynamic is like, I think when people criticize it, it's like, yeah, that's how music works. Like, if you have a song that's the same volume the entire time, like, there's two options. You can make a song loud, quiet, loud, or you can have a song start loud and end quiet, or you can have a song start quiet and end loud. There's like,
There's a lot of
just to me, that's the best way of writing songs. I don't really like when a song is the same volume the whole time unless it serves the song. So I'm a big fan of the loud, quiet, loud stuff.
Well, I think you also like I'll mention it later, but like you seduce people into accidentally enjoying the heavy part when they're all like, "Oh,
Sure.
so beautiful! I'm so into this." Oh my God, you've just gotten very violent. I'm so into this already, though. I'll go along with
Right, yeah.
along with it.
It's like you're kind of tricking them a little
Yeah, yeah,
bit.
you're seducing them into it. So, have you ever encountered a schizophrenic person in your life? Because I would say, not unlike your music, they're the most unpredictable of all the mental illnesses.
So, that's actually something I haven't really talked about this in any interviews, so I appreciate you asking. I have dealt with some kind of schizoactive thing since I was around like 14 years old. I would not call myself schizophrenic. I have known schizophrenic people in my life. Friend of mine, a few years ago was suffering from it quite greatly. Um, and that's like the most upfront experience I've had with it. But myself, like, um, I've just been on some kind of variety of ADHD medication, and one of the side effects of that is schizophrenia. So, I have experienced some variety of that for a lot of my life, and I think like so much of the reason as to why the song is called that and why I felt like it was okay for us to name a song that is just like I have a really, really loud schizoactive brain. I mean, like it is not like
I
it
feel you.
doesn't manifest itself the way that, it does for people who have paranoid schizophrenia or who have, some kind of like spiritual psychosis of any kind. Um uh and but for me it is just like something I experience on a semi-daily basis is like I have an extremely loud brain. I have a lot of thoughts. My memory is like kind of ironclad. I kind of can remember anything and call to mind anything at any time. And like I think that like people in my life kind of see that as like a perk or something like that. And it just isn't. Like I it's hard for me to like have conversations because someone will say a phrase that I heard in a song 10 years ago, and then I'll want to talk to them about that song. And I'm then derailing the conversation, and my mind is making these connections with it and stuff. It helps with writing music, that's for sure.
I was
Like
gonna say, yeah.
it is very helpful when it comes to making art. It's just like my day to day, I'm not saying like I've suffered worse than Jesus or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But like my day to day is just largely very disconnected and like I don't really have a full train of thought. Unless I'm on some kind of medication like Adderall or something like that, in which case I'm very focused, very locked in and stuff like that. But I don't do anything like that anymore because it's just not me. Um, and I think that like a lot of my perception of people like liking me or disliking me has been because like I don't really have the ability to like have a conversation without my brain making those connections or whatever or pulling up memories or what have you. So like for a lot of my life, I've thought that like people just don't like me and like you know, it's not me, it's them and it's their problem and stuff like that. And in reality, that's just not what it is. In reality, I just have such a active, loud brain that it's very hard for me to focus and be quiet. And I have to like make a very, very conscious effort to like hear what other people are saying without spacing out, thinking about a movie I saw when I was 13. You know what I mean? So,
The thing is, this is a far more universal experience than you would imagine, I would think. I think there's a lot of people out there with loud brains, and
yeah,
I think
yeah,
Callous Daoboys really does work for someone with a loud brain like myself, as I said. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot going on, and I think I read this great quote that said all art is about collecting and connecting. And maybe your loud brain helps you collect and connect in a way that if you didn't have that super vivid intake and absorption, that you wouldn't be able to kind of produce all of this stuff. And I think it's really cool to see a loud brain turn into something productive because mental health and mental illness are a lot of people just get stuck behind their like John Malkovich, like get stuck in their little head and don't actually produce something
yeah.
makes people feel seen and feel heard and you get to do that. So that's sick.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
thanks. I like if I'm not a fool for you, I'm not a fool for anyone at all. I like it.
Hmm.
It's very
Well, thank you.
yeah, it's nice. I didn't really have more of a comment than that. I just like that one. So there you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Form
very
and
much.
guidance. Okay. So your clean voice is a lot like romance. Do you have more? Yeah, I've got my own brain, dude.
Okay.
Can we come to a place of loud brains?
Sure,
Um,
sure.
do you have more good romantic memories or bad ones? Oh wait,
More.
you've got all the memories.
Yeah, I do.
Awesome.
Uh, I'm sorry, you cut out for a second there. Do
No,
I
that's
have
fine.
more good romantic memories or
Yeah,
bad
all bad
romantic
ones.
memories?
Yeah, yeah. What's your alignment like with romance in your head? Is it a positive thing?
I think it's hard to have negative ones. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like
Good
that's why
point.
people go back to the same person over and over and stuff like that, you know? Like, I think it's really hard to have a bad memory of anybody until you really think about it. You're like, oh right, I
Yeah.
forgot. Like, um. Yeah, that's
Do you
the
think
most I can give you on that,
do you
I
think
think.
love is like memory stacking?
In what way?
No, like it's just like the picture becomes more and more resonant the more you pack onto it. But I guess you can feel very romantically about people who you've just had a few experiences with. But
Sure.
maybe that's love, not
I
romance.
think I think love is primarily memory.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
love is primarily remembering the things that how people are and remembering somebody in as their best self and remembering good times that you had with that person and as much as I uh think I romanticize you know, people like that. I think that there is like, because I have such an active memory, there is like that stopping point of like, oh right, there's this like big wall that I have to get through.
Yeah.
So if anything, like, you know, talking about the people I talk about or the person that this specific song is about, I think is like sort of more of a way of remembering them in a good way because I have now gotten past this block. I have written, past what this is, this negative emotion.
You've written past it. I love that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry that was probably hard, but
No, 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 no. No, it's okay.
okay, two-headed trout. I want to dance to this. I think everyone wants to dance to this. I bet people dance to this. People dance.
I I I have a feeling that maybe it's happened a few times.
I think it has. Are you a dancer in your private life? Are you a guy who likes to dance around the house? Have you ever sung to a hairbrush, or are you just a low-key kind of not that kind of guy?
Oh, I love dancing. I think that that's like kind of, if I was put on this earth to do anything, it's dance. I'm not like an
You're not
incredible
kidding.
dancer. I'm not kidding at all. No, I'm serious as a heart attack right now, Christina. Um, I love dancing. I try and take like some time out of my day every day to just put in headphones and dance.
What's your
Um,
go-to?
I'm sorry.
What's your go-to?
My go-to right now, probably the new Justin Bieber album, if I'm being honest with you. It's really good. I really, really
So
like it.
much joy. It's and like I was saying before, this was the song I was talking about. It's pretty with shouty flourishes, two-headed trout. And like the person who loves 80s pop in me enjoys this because the pretty voice seduces you into taking the savagery real good. You're like, well, I'm already having fun. Okay, fine, you can do that. That sounds disgusting, but you get the point. Um,
Yeah, I get you.
when has something beautiful tricked you? I'm just trying to make this, like a bit off the wall.
Sure, when has something beautiful tricked me? I think, I mean, money isn't very beautiful, but I think that like the allure of something like that, like luxury and stuff like that. I feel like I've been tricked by that like multiple times in my life, especially with clothes. I love clothes. I love
Really?
nice clothes. I love like exclusive merch and like
What's your most
I'm
treasured?
such a what?
What's your most treasured possession in the clothing realm?
Ooh,
There's too many.
I don't know if I want to get it out or not.
Yeah, you
Um, I have there's a streetwear brand called Hundreds. I have a really nice floral shirt from them that I believe is like worth like $500 now.
so fancy, Carson. You're so
I know, I bought it for 60.
nice.
Uh and then uh I have some like merch items that would probably be worth something. I don't know. The shirt I'm wearing in particular, this Blind Equation shirt is like, I don't know if it's worth anything, but it fits like so well on me, and like it says embrace digital bliss on the back, and I think
Oh,
that's like, people see me wearing it and they're like, who's he?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
You should get a health. You should get a
so
health shirt. You know,
a
health,
half shirt,
health. You know the
health.
you know the band Health?
I do. They're
They
they're
got
friends of mine.
sad music
Yes,
for horny people. That's my favorite merch.
I think that if I see, like, that's something
Metal
like
shirt. You should get the come metal shirt.
I
You're like,
can't I can't wear anything
I
like
can't
that.
even,
I'm too
I
worried about like
can't do that. I love the idea. Oh, we're sad music
sure.
for horny people. I'm happy to identify as a horny person, but I don't know about come metal.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I get
Anyway.
you.
Anyway, you should go through a Bowie era where you just get really hard out into different aesthetics, like throughout the
Sure.
course of your career. I don't know
Well,
if
I'm gonna
you
be
can pick a character though, because you have so many characters on this album. There's so many different
sure.
characters. Like, how would you be like, the Thin White Duke or Ziggy Stardust or whatever when you go, "Ah." That was my
I
impression
that's
of Callous Daoboys.
that's I loved it. That's just something we'll have to figure out down the
Oh,
line. I am wearing the suit from the music video on our headline tour coming up.
oh,
So
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'll be wearing something nice. I'll be
Someone's
wearing
gotta
something
someone's
nice.
gotta bring it. But yeah,
That's true.
two-headed trout is a banger. I support you in this, obviously. Um Now Tears on Lambo Leather, I love it's just there's something 80s movie throughout this, and I feel like Tears on Lambo Leather it kind of feels that. I love how you can smell this lyric. Like new car smell, pine still wrapped in cellophane. There's all this smell in this song. Do you ever think about like the other senses when you're writing lyrics?
Um, no,
Okay.
but uh, I I was really proud of that lyric.
Me too.
Um,
I'm proud of you.
uh, thanks, man. Um, I was really proud of that lyric. And like I haven't really thought about it since I wrote and performed it. So like you bringing that up is it's interesting that you say that you can smell it. Um, I love the new car smell. I think it's like top three smells ever.
Wow.
Um, and I think it's underrated. And I think that like using it as a metaphor for being like a new person or like using it as a metaphor for like look how pleasant I am is like so evocative and like you said you can smell it, which was not my intention, but I love it, you
I'm
know.
yeah, I'm a weirdo. But I like using a new car as a symbol for being a new person. I really love that because yeah, there is no negative associations people have with new car smell.
No,
I
no.
don't think there is. Like whether you're getting into someone else's or you just bought one. I mean, maybe debt, but like people that, who cares? Enjoy yourself, you know? You've got
Yeah, sure.
yeah, can smell so yeah, no, I like you're a great lyricist. I like yeah, you paint little pictures, which I
I
like.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Like and words are weapons. They can be wielded in certain ways and yeah, I'm just giving you some applause, bro. Someone's got to do it. You've got a
I
random
appreciate it.
drum and bass section. What a delightful change of pace.
Yes,
What about
yes. I love drum and bass.
you?
It's like it's what I like listening to when I work or when I drive. Um, and I've tried my hand at making electronic music for like as long as I can remember, as long as I knew how to, work GarageBand. So, this change just felt right. I thought it was really cool. Um, it's funny, we had that before we had the rest of the song. So
Interesting.
like, yeah, and I was really, really proud of how it turned out. So, um, yeah, I think it's super cool and like I believe that some people there was somebody that described it as waiting for the rest of the song to load, which I thought was really funny. And like they may see that as like a criticism, but I kind of like it as like I kind of take it as a compliment,
Yeah.
honestly. Like it's like,
I think it's maybe
you know,
that's not their genre. There's a certain level of chaos they require.
it it could be that, but also like, how many bands make you wait for the rest of the song to load? I
Oh,
kind of think it's cool, Like I
I,
think I,
I've got a very
you
good
know,
example on episode 2 Stoner Witch Melvin's album. He has a 4-minute noise intro. It's not a minute, it's
yeah,
long. He's like, I wanted it to be 10. I'm like, yeah, you did. A 10-minute noise intro, that's obnoxious.
it is.
But
It's
you can do
extremely
what you want,
obnoxious.
man. This is the thing, you can do what you want. And you just had, and it was pleasant and it's good. Do you look at pace holistically when making a song? Does it need to cruise then careen into a wall to be a Callous Daoboys song?
Not necessarily. I think that it needs to, um, I think that it needs to have some variety of push and pull regardless of volume. Um, and like for me, the drum and bass part specifically, um, like helped with the pacing for me because like before the drum and bass part, you have like this extremely heavy chorus that's all screamed and is in 5/4, and then after that you have a slowed down version of a part that came earlier, and then it slows down again, so it effectively makes the part from earlier a breakdown. And then after that, you have these like Meshuggah sounding palm mutes. Um, and then you're instantly like, you know, you've been battered by all of these sounds, and then the drum and bass section kicks in and kind of adds a little moment of levity. So um
Levity is good.
I agree. I agree that levity is good in this scenario. I think that it just, it needed something else.
I like the words levity and brevity. They're both good things.
I think I use levity more than I use brevity,
Yeah, I
but
think
that's
you're a
because
pretty
maybe I
wordy
don't
guy.
entirely know what the word brevity
I think
means.
it means short, like short, like succinct.
Oh
Like
yeah, brief
word.
brief is kind of in
Yeah,
there.
like brevity
Yeah.
is the soul of wit. Like the faster you get the joke across, the better the joke is. Kind of bullshit.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay, now I'm sorry we're just doing this. This is the format. You can cope. It's your music. It's fine. This
Okay.
Lemon feels like an 80s movie. I love it, and then it gets crazy. What is your take on a cheesy romance movie, and did you laugh a lot while making this song?
My take on a cheesy romance movie.
That was so
Um,
many questions, Carson. It was so many
it's
questions.
okay. It's okay. No. I think that if I made a cheesy romance movie, it would probably end up being like the cheesiest thing you could possibly imagine, because that's just the person that I am. I'm a cheesy romantic person.
Yeah.
Um, did I laugh a lot while making this song? No, I
No.
don't think so. I think more so I just like was really the rest of the band didn't really see the vision with this one until I had vocals over it. Like I had the instrumental. I want to say I finished the instrumental on tour. Um and I showed it to everyone, and they were like, I guess this could be like an interlude or something. Like, what do you want to do with this? And I was like, you'll see. Just hang on. And when we got home from tour, I recorded the vocals, and they were like, "Oh, you want to do this?" Um, and I think that everyone was like, "This is such a crazy left turn and such a big swing that like we kind of just have to do this.
100%.
Um, we have to put this out to see what happens."
Mm,
And people love it.
yeah.
So I don't know if it's like gonna be our biggest song ever. But I think the right people haven't heard it, maybe. Like I think just more people need to hear it to realize it's a hit, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's we just need to find their ears and like put them to the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds violent, like
No, no, no,
like
no.
ice.
I'm
The
putting their
ice of
ears to the ground.
Spotify. Like if Spotify and ice got together, that would be
Oh,
that'd be
just
very un
total hell collab. Yeah.
that's an awful thing.
It
That's an
is an
awful
awful
that
thing.
just
Yeah, it
makes me
sounds
feel quite
terrible.
sick. Let's move on. Okay. I wrote down for that one, it's the feel good hit of the summer. So,
It is a kind of the feel good hit of the summer. I would hope so.
100%. What is something we wouldn't know about like everything coming together in this? Like how it all worked together and was it yeah, what was kind of what do you think you guys do that other people don't do?
I feel like we're not afraid to put out a song like Lemon.
Mm,
I think that like most people would like write that and then maybe just like toss it aside and never do anything with it. And I think that like just our boldness to go for it is what kind of separates us. But also like I think people are afraid of just writing a good pop song. Like
yeah.
I think people are just like afraid of like the song Stacy's Mom?
Yeah, who's it by?
Like the Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah. Oh,
Stacy's
yeah,
mom
yeah.
has
Sorry,
got
I
it
just
going.
spaced my brain
I
spaced.
think people are afraid of having their Stacy's mom when like
They shouldn't be.
all I want is for my band to have a Stacy's mom, you know, like having a huge hit that is catchy and that everybody likes, like,
Oh,
I don't really see that as selling out as long as you care about the song. So like, and
fun.
as long as it's still a good song, I still think Stacy's Mom is a great song. It's fucking Stacy's Mom, but it's an awesome song, you know? So I think I wouldn't call other bands scared. It's just like maybe, they don't they're worried about, being called sellouts or whatever, but like I don't care about that shit at all. I
Hmm.
made it all. No one wrote it with me. No one convinced me into writing this. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Well, the whole like history of pop music is built on people having one fucking huge song.
Yeah.
People have
Yeah. One hit
so
wonders
many
are like
people have
more
built.
common than
Well, yeah, but so
yeah.
many people like without that song, they never would have had the career. Sometimes they keep going. A lot of them have a song and then a thing. It's a very interesting relationship that people in more experimental genres like yourself have with music because it's not the same way. It's a different
No, it is not
relationship.
at all.
Like they'll kind of come on board with you. Like I think maybe for a pop like radio audience or whatever are more fickle. There's something very oddly devoted about when music is really different. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I think that there's like a just with our own experience, I'd very much call our following like a cult following.
Yeah, like the opposite,
Yeah.
like a football team, but like weird.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
Like a
sure.
weird
No one's like a.
Twinkie football team.
You like Taoism and stuff? You into like the Tao?
Not really.
I,
I
I'm
like
sorry I had to ask you that. I just like thinking.
no, 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 no. You're good. I'm into Jungian philosophy. I've read
You have a favorite
Nietzsche
quote?
and uh no. Not one that I can pull
Bullshit, man.
off the
You
top of
remember
my head.
everything. Yeah, yeah, no, fair enough.
Um
There's some good ones. There's some classics. Yeah, we know
yeah, of
in
course.
our head.
I mean, like, yeah, I really like Nietzsche. Um I have not really sat down and gotten into Taoism in any sort of way. I don't need another identity that I'm gonna shed, you know?
There's a lot to do. I don't need another identity I'm gonna shed. I don't have
Yeah.
time for you. I'm sorry. I just find that very that brings me joy. I don't need. Yeah, I've got enough. You've got it. You've got
Yeah.
it. You've got it. Okay, body horror for
I've
birds.
got enough I've got enough interesting personality traits. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
good.
You're keeping it fresh. It's
Yeah.
fresh and alive. Body horror for birds feels like a different kind of a movie, like a darker movie. Like we just went into a whole different movie. And I wrote, it feels like a pretty girl looking over her shoulder at you and eyes boring into you, like sad eyes. Do you ever?
I'd
Yeah.
I'd very much agree with that reading of it. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Sorry, that just gives me joy. Do you ever see characters when you write? Like, do they haunt you or anything? Like conjured characters, or is it more seeing things from life?
A little bit of both. Like I haven't written anything that's like fictional.
Hmm.
Um I have friends that's like the way they have to write is they have to like make some stuff up, and I just as much as I think that that would be like kind of cool, I haven't written anything
Yeah.
that isn't like a lived experience from my life or somebody else's. Um yeah, I mean, I would say that like the subject of the song or like the lyrics of the song are in some way haunting it, and like that song has a very ghostly vibe. Like it's
Totally do.
very like it's very like the way the violin is mixed is like super like airy and like just real weird. So like I would agree with that reading of it very much.
It's cinematic, and everyone.
I yeah, you've described almost every song on the record as some kind of
I'm
movie.
sorry.
So, and
Look,
I'm
fresh
no,
shit.
no, 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 don't be sorry. That's a huge compliment. I
Oh,
mean,
good.
I love movies. Movies are
I
probably my favorite medium.
well,
So,
I think there's. Well, I always like I kind of see visuals with music a lot. Um, the Demon of Unreality limping like a dog. Okay. Tell us
yes.
tell us something. I feel like it's about war. Not, is it? Can you tell me what?
Um,
Can you tell me the truth? Can you tell me a
it's not
story?
about
Tell me a
war,
story.
no.
Tell me a story. You said bayonet, so it's obviously a song about war.
Uh, no, it is not a song about war. It's more so a song about how just like it it feels like I'm a part of the last generation of like knowing anything and like being able to discern truth. And it feels like I don't mean to like put myself on any sort of pedestal, but it just like it feels in many ways like people have been guided into like stupidity and complacency with that stupidity. Like, especially like when I see people calling like things like, oh, TikTok brain rot. It's like, why are you watching something called brain rot? Like, why would you do that? But I also get that like, me just saying that kind of turns me into some kind of boomer. Um, so it's like it's my most boomerific song. It's like social media bad, Twitter bad, phones bad.
Maybe you're a
Um,
millennial. Maybe,
but
yeah. I'm a
I am
millennial.
a millennial
Oh,
technically, but
you're kind of a, I don't know, man. You're a baby millennial if you're a millennial.
I'm 1996, so I think I still
19.
count.
Yeah, we're on the yeah, we're just skating in. We're yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think that like I tried to do like a nuanced take on that without, like talking about likes or something like that, like
yeah.
talking about like
You definitely do it in a
that
song.
commentary is just really tired. I think like, you know, um I don't know, and just like personally relating back to like how things like that have controlled like my life and other people around me's lives.
What like being pulled into these like whirlpools?
Yeah, like the rabbit holes and like, like I just the way that it's ruining everybody's life, I guess,
It kind of is like I wouldn't want to be 20 now, especially like with the impending doom of the world.
Yeah, it's
Like
I don't
it's
like being
I don't know.
28
I
right
don't
now,
want to be
man.
20, man. I don't want to be 20. I like
Yeah.
looking. I'm like, no, man. Shit used to be awesome.
Yeah, shit was cool.
It
Shit
was
was cool for
awesome.
a
Like you
while.
guys got no idea. Like that was just he was just on television and a joke.
Yeah.
It was just funny. Um, oh dude, I ran the numbers at the hospice bingo. What a line.
Okay.
What does that even
Well,
mean?
thank you. Um, I I mean,
It's kind of
it's
self.
all there, man. It's all there. I can't really go line by line with you.
That's
That's for
fine. We
you to
don't have to
figure
do that.
out.
It's a contextual thing. Okay. I like it how it gets all mental, like you were drugged with pretty drugs for a few songs, and now you're like, nah, dog, straight jacket off. It gets a bit wild. It feels wackier and more intense. And maybe that's a reflection of you're talking about things that are wacky and intense about the world. And
Yeah.
really important thing because I think one of the scariest things about the modern world is ignorance. It's not even that things
Yeah.
our inner worlds are broken. Like we're broken inside. Like
Hmm.
we're yeah, like intelligence is kind of it's a cold, you know, stuff. Yeah, it's
I
just
get you.
atrophied. Atrophied is the word I'm looking for.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that kind of works.
Intelligence atrophied. I
Yeah.
like that. I
So
like
that's
that.
kind of, I
Yeah.
mean, you're kind of talking about a bigger picture thing. Is that a different experience to writing about something that's a bit more internal? Or I guess, yeah.
Yeah, this is, I
Yeah.
mean, it's the closest thing on the record to like a political song, I suppose, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, like it's internal while still being commentary, I suppose.
Yeah, man.
Um, I don't want to give too much away, but
No,
like,
sorry, I don't want to ruin. Yeah. I
no,
mean,
no, 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 you're okay. There's this concept of like unreality um, being like, uh, embodied, right? So like things like the non-real world being a demon that occupies like a certain area is like kind of what I'm getting at there, if that makes any sense.
can you say that again?
Um
The non-real world. Go again.
like the unreal world, like the
The internet?
I mean, sort of like the internet, but also like the world that you create in your head from like using the internet. Like the idea of it being embodied into like a demon and that demon like having the job of occupying certain areas of the world is like something that interests me a lot. I watched a lecture on it and it's scary shit, man. Like it's just the you saying like intelligence being atrophied, like that is very much what the song is about. Like is like there is intelligence actively leaving the world and there's a demon that is draining it. So
That's very poetic. But
I,
read, man, but it's a
it's pretty
dark.
bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like write all the time, or do you like write in bursts, or like how do you um
I'd I'd say I'm writing out all the time. I finished a song yesterday.
yeah, dog.
A new Daoboys song yesterday. So, I'd say that I'm writing all the time. Yeah, like just kind of actively. I see it as a job. So, I clock in, and if it sucks, it sucks, and if it rocks, you hear it one day. So,
Have you read War of Art? That Stephen Pressfield book about conquering resistance?
I have read parts of it. I have always meant to check it out,
Yeah.
but I have not. Like that's just one that has not made it to me yet, but
You
it
know
will
what?
when it's time to.
Yeah, it will, 100%. Idiot Temptation Force is funnily enough almost a song title that kind of goes with what we've just discussed, which is kind of weird. Um,
Sure.
I wrote then the Aga Boo Boo opener takes your mental patient thing harder. Yeah. Have you ever had anyone actually be in a hospital for that kind of stuff? I have. I had an ex partner who went to a thing for a week, got his shit together.
Yeah.
That's too personal, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you my story first. Yeah. He was
Sure.
Googling some
Sure.
bad stuff.
Yeah. I've had people in my life who that has happened to.
A lot.
Unfortunately,
Hey,
yeah.
it's mental health, managing your mental health. I don't know whether it's like, I'm glad we're talking about it collectively as a group, as human.
Hmm.
I feel like generations before us didn't really get the chance to do that and kind of, yeah, like it was a big silent thing. So I think it's really good to kind of give voice to all that kind of stuff. That is
Yeah,
fun.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Okay, Douchebag Safari, Callous Daoboys Go Calypso. Expand on that.
Yeah, I mean it's Calypso for like a minute before it turns into dubstep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I
I
I
like the
really
bit
like
that was the beginning. I liked the
right, yeah, no, the Wii Sports music that it
yeah,
begins with.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean that's music that I really like. That's music that I'm interested in.
Hmm.
The hook that I sing over the end of the Calypso part comes back, but the instrumental when it comes back is like weird industrial, like,
Yeah, yeah,
clanging metal noises and shit. People I think have just been like, they're doing a Mr. Bungle thing, or like, they're just like showing how crazy they can be. And like to me, it's just like I don't know, it's important to us as a band for us to like expand outside of things of and you know if anything it's just like something I do to get it out of my system, like
yeah. You're a strange electronic music.
and yes, and it worked. So
Yeah.
in my opinion it works for that song.
How do you think electronic music makes people feel differently to like your metalcore and mathcore? How do you think like the emotional impact? Do you think it's different? Do you think like the shared experience is different? I feel like they both have very interesting kind of unique shared experiences. Like,
Yeah, I would agree that like so much of both genres are about like energy and
agreed.
like shifts in energy and crescendos and stuff like that. And like I have been making electronic music longer than I've been making heavy music. So like instinctively like the breakdown or the drop like has been the same thing in my mind ever since, it's just, some people don't like hearing screaming and guitars, and some people don't like hearing, bass and synthesizers. And I
Yeah,
like hearing all of it. So that's,
dude.
very much how it comes out.
Yeah, it's funny when you have like different schools of friends that you couldn't take to the same show, but like you can go to that,
Yeah.
but they can't do it together. It's not
No.
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 How did making um Distracted by the Mona Lisa make you feel? Because the level of textures is pretty interesting. Like I think there's a lot of textures everywhere, but I just felt like the textures on this song were interesting.
Well, I think it's our first song in a major key. Like
You're
I
right.
think it's our first song that's like entirely in a major key. Um, how did it make me feel? I mean, it's like such a euphoric instrumental that I kind of had to match that vocally. Um, that was one that me and our bassist Jackie started. And like kind of immediately we were like, oh man, this is like kind of a hit. Like this is kind of awesome. Um and we thought just like the idea of us kind of having our like own version of like Be Quiet and Drive by Deftones was like a cool idea.
Yeah, man.
And then obviously it like transcended into something completely different. So like um yeah, it just the only word I can describe that song with is like euphoric.
Yeah, it's a woo kind of kind of
Hmm.
kind of vibe.
It's a big put your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care moment.
Well, that's
Yeah.
important. How did you find your voice and stuff? How did you work out that you could sing and you could growl and like what did you what order did you learn?
Um,
You
when we
see?
had our first when we had our first practice as the Callous Daoboys, I was the person that sounded the least bad on vocals.
It's a beautiful. It's the beginning of a beautiful.
Um, yeah, that's just I mean, I always wanted to do it, but I didn't know how in any sort of way. So it's just been me figuring out along the way. Like I didn't really take a proper vocal lesson until a few years ago. Um, and I don't really know how to sing. Like I don't,
I don't
it
know, man.
doesn't come naturally to me. I don't have whatever it is that other people have where they can just sing immediately. I have to work really hard to sound good. So, it's been a long process, but I think I've just found my voice through trial and error.
Yeah, man. We got two to go out. So the one, two, three. Two opt out, three countries. No, I can't. Yeah, no, that's right. The opener is one, 12 is opt out. Is opt out hanging out in the museum hallway again? Are we hanging out in a hall?
Uh, we're hanging out in the gift shop, yeah.
Hanging out in the gift shop. Do you
Yeah.
have any vivid memories of hanging out in a hallway waiting for weird shit to happen? Like, did you ever go to the principal's office or anything like that? Or were you a good boy?
Sure. Sure. I think I went to the principal's office a
Yeah,
lot. Yeah.
you're a bad kid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
closer. How did you want to bookend the album? Why this and why how? And tell me a story.
Um, yeah, sure. The beginning of that song was one that we had for a few years. Like the slow jazz beginning, and originally it was like in free time, and it was like far weirder. Not weirder, it was just like timed differently. Um, yeah, and I think originally I always wanted it to end the record. I just didn't know what that song was yet. Um, so like we had probably the first like 3 or 4 minutes of that song and then nothing else. And then I was like, I don't really know where this goes from here. Um, and we just kept adding to it and adding to it until it was this behemoth of a, 12-minute song or whatever. And there were like times where we were like talking about shortening it, and it was like, well, why? Like, why would we shorten it? Like, it just needs to be what it is. Um, and what you get on the record is the final demo, or it is the structure of the final demo that we had, which was the longest version of it. The final version is the longest, most fleshed out, most complex version. So it's certainly a weird song, but it's also like it's elements of everything we've been playing with for the previous, 40 minutes of the record. So when it comes around, I don't think it's like very shocking exactly, but I do think that like it is like you get to the end of that and you're like, whoa. At least me personally,
No, it's a lot. It's a whole
it
experience.
is a lot. It is a lot. Yeah.
Final question. When do you know when a song is done?
It's just instinctive, I think.
Right.
I am kind of awful about like letting things sit and not messing with things.
Oh,
I actually need to do
I could
it.
never tell from this music. Yeah, you obviously just put it out there and just go, yeah.
Sure, yeah. I actually the song that I finished yesterday, I am being very bad. I did listen to it like 3 or 4 times today. I need to stop listening to
Yeah,
it.
it's cool.
Um, but like I'm I'm very meticulous about like what makes it and stuff like that. And like I think my best quality with as a writer is being a curator. So like I need to know when I'm being self-indulgent. I need to know when something's too long. I need to know when something needs to get cut. Um, so like I know something's done when I know that there is like enough self-indulgence and enough catchiness and enough like intensity or lack thereof, I think it's just you can when you know.
Yeah.
um and that's so subjective, but like I kind of know when something doesn't need to be added on to.
It's like that instinct is kind of what people follow a band for. They know that,
Yeah,
and I think that's a beautiful thing. Well,
yeah, absolutely.
thank you for going on a strange mystical dive through your brain and your album. It's fun.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you
I
so much,
did too.
Christina.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. And I really enjoy the music. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed this strange human journey and you should probably go listen to the album. You know stuff about it now.